Episode 9 is set to end the Skywalker saga and the sequel trilogy itself by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, I will say one aspect of Episode 9 that really has going for itself is the new and next generation technology that will be used for this movie in order to accomplish very difficult tasks for this film in order to create great experiences for the audience members that will go ahead and see this movie come December of this year. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with ObiWan Kenobi himself, and what's really intriguing about all of this is that it's described that one of the plans to recreate the character of ObiWan Kenobi is through the use of CGI to recreate the Alec Guinness version of Kenobi. It's described that the original trilogy and other films that Alec starred in will be used as reference material. It's also said that Ewan McGregor's appearance will be mixed into the facial structure of the Alec Guinness ghost in order to develop a new Obi-Wan that fans have never seen before. However, it's said that JJ plans to have Ewan provide the lines of dialogue that will be slightly altered. However, it's said that this technique will only be used for one of the Kenobi sequences, indicating that there may be two, where the other of which will be a different form of Obi-Wan. It's said to be a similar yet different technique to what they did with Peter Cushing for Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. So I want to go over a couple of parts about this. Now, we do know that J.J. Abrams is going to answer a lot of those burning questions in The Force Awakens. And now, that will be answered in Episode 9. And that's a great thing that this movie does have going for itself, is that it's going to answer a lot of those questions in Episode 7 that were never answered in The Last Jedi. So with that being said, Obi-Wan Kenobi, one of the biggest questions of all was exactly why was he reaching out to Rey in the Force Back Vision sequence, and that's exactly why Obi-Wan is going to be a part of this story, either within the third or second acts of the film. Now, what I find very, very impressive is how they're using this next generation technology that's going to be similar to what they did with Peter Cushing in order to recreate, Grand Moff Tarkin in Rogue One, except they're taking it to the next level and are doing something different. Now, Ewan McGregor is going to be involved by providing new pieces of dialogue for the character of Obi-Wan, and it's even implied that there's going to be yet another Obi-Wan sequence apart from the CGI version of Sir Alec Guinness, indicating that there could very well be the Ewan McGregor version of Obi-Wan Kenobi apart from the Alec Guinness version of Obi-Wan in the form of CGI. So, like I say, this also matches up with what they have plans with the character of Luke Skywalker by creating multiple different Force Ghost stages of Luke in this movie. It's pretty much implied at this point that they're doing the same exact thing for the character of Obi-Wan. Now, the thing here is this, alright? We do know that this movie is going to have a lot of cameos, it's going to have a lot of callbacks to the prequels and the originals. So when we look at all of the different pieces of technology that will be going into Episode 9 in order to really accomplish these difficult tasks, such as recreating the character of Obi-Wan that's actually going to look like Sir Alec Guinness, with some facial structures of course, Ewan McGregor being applied to that face. Now, when we look at Episode 9, I will say, the character of Obi-Wan, he's just as important as Anakin Skywalker in my opinion. That's just my point of view. When we look at Star Wars, Obi-Wan Kenobi is a very important figure. Let's not forget in A New Hope that he is the one responsible, basically, for really, bringing Luke Skywalker on this great journey to becoming a Jedi of his own, just like his own father, Anakin Skywalker. If it weren't for Obi-Wan Kenobi saving Luke from the Sand People and pretty much, inspiring him to become a Jedi, who knows where Luke would be today, right? That's a big question for sure. So, when we look at Obi-Wan Kenobi, he is just as important as Anakin Skywalker, and it's very respectful by JJ and crew, Disney and Lucasfilm, in order to have plans to incorporate the character of Obi-Wan into this story, as well as trying to give a great honor to the legendary actor Sir Alec Guinness, who has been around with us since, Star Wars Episode, 4, A New Hope, from the very beginning back in 1977. So, that's the thing here. Episode 9 really is going to be a film that's going to tie it all together. It's going to bring all 9 movies together into one big movie in order to really go out with a bang and in order to really reach out to the fans and do something very special. So how they're using other films as well that Alec Guinness starred in as reference material, I think not only is very clever, but it's also going to give us a lot more accuracy as to how it's going to look in comparison to Alec Guinness in, of course, the original trilogy. If you look at the Peter Cushing version of Tarkin in Rogue One, you can see some slight differences there to how he looked in A New Hope. However, this is going to be a perfected form of that technology, and I cannot wait to see exactly what they have planned for this movie. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.